Welcome to episode 76 of DYWTSB. I'm Martin, as always. We got Queen and Pops will be tonight.
Hi, everyone.
What's up, world?
How are you guys tonight?
You know, NXT's on television. Hopefully it's going to be fun. Other than that, you know, chilling. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Other than I hope my mic isn't severely damaged because it hit the floor last night or yesterday at some point.
Oops. How are you, Pops?
I'm doing great. I'm super excited to be here with both my friends. I'm super excited. That's what I am.
Wow.
Super excited.
Super excited about this mediocre fucking pay-per-view we're going to talk about in a second.
Are you like, you're the only one in the world that says it was mediocre? Everybody loved it. I've watched it twice. Actually, twice and a half times.
Oh, I'm the only one in the world. Okay.
Have you seen
You're the
Twitter?
only one in my world. And in my world's what matters.
Ah.
So,
Wow. I feel like we're going to fight today. Great.
I feel like we're not going to.
Round one, fight.
Nope.
Oh, it's definitely happening. Because he just told me his world was the only one that matters, so it's definitely happening.
Right?
I'm definitely throwing in the towel before it even starts. Let's move on.
Are you looking for the newest and hottest in the world of pro wrestling? Then check out the amazing action on Powerslam.tv, the biggest indie pro wrestling channel in the world. Get over 6,000 hours of the best events from over 150 of your favorite promotions from 20 different countries around the globe. Brands like Progress Wrestling, Evolve Wrestling, Combat Zone, Defy, PCW Ultra, PWX, Over the Top, Shine, and hundreds of others with fresh content added every day for only $5.99 per month. Get your free trial today at Powerslam.tv.
How about the highs and lows of Clash of Champions?
Go ahead, Queen. Shit all over it.
Okay, I wasn't going to shit all over it, but thank you. I just thought it was okay. It wasn't anything really super special. The matches were all right. I enjoyed Sasha versus Becky. That was the one that I really felt picked it up for me. I was very confused about a couple of different things. While they were decent wrestling matches, I didn't think anything was absolutely stellar, and nothing like really captured my attention. Though I will say Seth Rollins versus Braun Strowman was better than I anticipated, so that part was good. I was very confused still to this day why Roman and Rowan were on this pay-per-view. It's a pay-per-view called Clash of Champions. It's about your champions. He doesn't need to be on this pay-per-view. He doesn't have a title, neither does Rowan. There's no reason whatsoever they need to be there. Okay, Luke Harper's back. That's great. He could have come back on Raw or Smackdown, and it would have been the same thing. That was more of a main event of the TV show for me than on the pay-per-view. And also it was match number 10 of 11. So there was that. But something else that I kind of liked was the pacing. Even though there were 11 matches, I actually thought it was pretty good in terms of like how they did it. It was over before 10:30. The ending obviously was cool with the Fiends. So that was really fun and exciting because that means we're getting future things, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But other than that, I wasn't really like, oh, wow, this was like one of their better ones, blah, blah, blah. I was just kind of like, it was all right. You know, that could have something to do with the fact that Bloodsport the night before was so awesome that when I watched this, I was like, oh, okay.
This isn't Bloodsport. What the hell?
It's not Bloodsport. It's not GCW. Where's Nick fucking Gage? No. I mean, I know I'm getting two totally different things, right? But it just was like such a cool, at least just from a fan perspective, just to like, you watch something so different and then you come to this and it's definitely just, I don't even know. It's like apples and oranges, but maybe even more far apart than that, maybe not even in the same category of fruit. Maybe we're in like vegetables and fruit or something. I don't know. But it was all right.
I enjoyed it, so you go ahead.
I also mostly enjoyed it. A lot of my highs are, once again, going to be the same as Queen's, but the one thing that I will mention is the attempt to be sexy by Nikki Cross. Fucking hilarious to me. Because we it's well documented, my love for Nikki on the show. and that was just it tickled me pretty pink. It was fun. It's hilarious to me. But overall, I enjoyed the show. A couple things I could have done without, but
Mort's pink was tickled. It's
Yep.
nice. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed, I did not enjoy Charlotte versus Bailey
Me neither.
as much as I wanted to. That was a low point for me. I really kind of thought that Rude and Ziggler were not going to win, so I was surprised when they won. Even though I picked Revival, I was happy that they won. I could have done without the Nako win, to be honest with you. And as far as Roman being on that show, I think the placement on the card was a little too high. I would have rather seen AJ on the show, but I think having him there, I think having that match there and having Harper show up on the pay-per-view means a little bit more than just having him show up on Raw or SmackDown. So I think that's probably their reasoning behind that. Overall, Braun and Rollins surprised me. It's a little confusing sometimes when I watch these matches and I listen to the commentary, and Braun's never been able to beat Brock. Seth can beat Brock, but Braun is Seth's biggest challenge yet, and it took him 4 stomps to do it and a pedigree. So I get a little confused. I'm like, okay, well, maybe Brock's done, but, obviously then we know he's not. So that's the only part that really confused me, because you can't tell me he's his greatest challenge when his greatest challenge couldn't beat someone that you beat. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's convoluted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
convoluted.
So, yeah, but overall, I gave it like a 9 out of a 10. Like, literally, I've watched it like 2.5 times already. I really enjoyed it. And you know what? Maybe I enjoyed it more, to be perfectly honest, because I didn't get every one of my picks right. They did throw in some, like, oh, shit, I didn't see that coming.
mm,
And I have a little bit more love for a pay-per-view when I don't call everything.
For sure.
and how about the lows of the pay-per-view?
Oh, I already said mine.
Oh.
But, yeah, I didn't really care for Charlotte and Bailey either. I still don't care for Rowan and Roman. I think it's supposed to mean something that Luke Harper's back, but given what's happened on TV, it's just more of the same. So there wasn't really anything special about it for me. It could have just happened on the TV, but that's just how I feel about it. AJ being on the pre-show, but Roman's like before the main event, I don't like that very much, especially because it's about the champions themselves. That's what the whole point of the pay-per-view is. And like, I get why they obviously put the cruiserweights on the pre-show, because they normally do. But I'm not really quite sure how I felt about the whole thing. And yeah, I didn't really care for Mandy and Sonya, even though I like her quite a bit. Not Mandy, obviously, but everybody knows how I feel about her. But I didn't really care for that match as much as I thought I was going to. While they did have some funny moments, it really wasn't as good as I had hoped. So that was kind of a little bit of a low. But those were my really main complaints. I gave it about a C. It was solid. It wasn't anything like I was walking away from, oh my God, I hated that. It was terrible. It wasn't like that. I just I wasn't really like super attached to this one, I guess, is the best way to put it. What about you?
My lows were AJ and Cedric not being on the main card. The fact that most of the evening it was rumored that Rowan and Reigns were going to be the main event of the pay-per-view. Thankfully, they didn't do that, because we would have been pissed.
Yep.
And Bailey and Charlotte, what was nowhere near what it should have been, I think. But the fact that Bailey used heel tactics to win, I kind of appreciated.
Yeah, I think
But
I feel like the same way. Like, we could appreciate it, but like at the same time, she keeps saying that she's not turning heel.
Right. They need to go full bore with it.
And I think there's something to the fact that like you can have her stay the same, quote unquote, but have her be like delusional a little bit.
Right.
Like, I'm here to just inspire your kids, you know? Everything's great. She could be that kind of heel, but I think they need to kind of commit that a little bit more poignantly in order for it to make a little bit more sense.
Right. They don't need to crank up the heel all the way up to 10. Maybe to a 8.8 to an 8.5, so it's clear that she is a heel. Because right now, it's like a 6.
Yeah, it's a little wishy-washy right now. Yeah, I can hear that. Pops?
Yeah, my lows are kind of the same. I think being that it was a championship match, AJ should have been on the main card. And you could have taken, if you're going to leave, if you're going to leave Roman on the card because he's Roman, then you can put, I hate to say it, but you could put Naka and Miz on the pre-show, or you could have put the New Day versus the Revival on the pre-show if you want to have a championship match on the pre-show, which I can understand because they want to draw people in that aren't watching. But I think that if you take AJ and Cedric and look at them both, they're probably... I guess I can see why they would do it, but I would rather have seen it on the main card. That's just me. I don't understand bringing Sasha back, and I know this is going to go after the pay-per-view, but I don't understand bringing Sasha back and making her this, super badass, character for a week, and then having her lose, and then immediately after the show, you put on 45 minutes to an hour of her just crying about how she lost herself and forgot her own name and blah, blah, blah. I don't want to be sympathetic with Sasha right now. I want to be behind her because she wants to come back and fucking hate everybody. I don't want to feel like, oh, damn, she has been going for 7 years. She is tired. She needed a break. Cool. I'm sorry that you went through that. I'm glad you got your head on right. But I don't want to see that in the middle of me wanting to see you take somebody's head off with a chair.
Right.
Am I wrong for that? Am I wrong for just wanting my heel to be badass and not crying? I don't want to say I don't care, but in the context of what is going on my television weekly, I don't care. Don't come back and tell everybody that you're back and you're pissed off because Becky took your spot and blah, blah, blah. Not get the win, which obviously I know that it's booked or whatever, and then cry on my television.
And give us that peek behind the curtain as to why you took the time
garbage.
off.
Sure.
Garbage.
Yeah, it's a lot of... It's a disservice to her in a lot of ways, to have it right after
the pay-per-view.
Right, hey, badassness, look
out
at
the
what
window.
we just did, and then the truth, her truth comes out, right? Which is great, and I love those chronicles, and I love the fact that she got to tell her story, and that's cool. I just don't understand the timing.
Right, it could have been dropped after she turns face again.
Could have been dropped after. If she would have won the title,
sure,
I guess I could have seen it because there was a little bit of anger in it at the end,
So kind of how she got there, sort of thing.
Yeah,
right.
But she didn't win the title,
right?
And then, I don't want to skip too far ahead, but she didn't win the title, and then she's in a tag team match with Bayley against people that she's not even in a feud with.
They're booking her poorly, and that's a whole other conversation. You're exactly right.
And then here's the thing. I want to be fully invested, but they're telling me not to be because in 2 weeks they're going to do a stupid draft, and there's not going to be any wild card rule. It's going to be brand. So how am I supposed to be invested when I know that it's going to all be taken away?
Right. And that's the other thing. You bring up a great other point of something I don't like. Everybody's winning other brands' championships. So what you're just telling me is the Revival's going to Smackdown, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
So
yeah, right.
It's telling me things that I'm supposed to be surprised about. Normally I get it on freaking Twitter because everything on Twitter is on full blast. But now WWE is like, oh, look, this is what we're going to do next week. And we're like, come on, man. Let there just be a little bit of excitement, right? You're moving to Fox. You're going to make this a big deal. Let it be a big deal. You don't have people win cross championships. It's just, it's maddening. I hate that.
Or are they going to give people championships, move them around, and just not move the champions and strip people, which they've also done in the past.
Right. So it's just really strange. I'm thinking they'll just keep them and move them, but who the fuck knows?
Right.
Who knows? That's another thing that really bothered me about this. Like, I'm cool that the Revival won, but then I'm like thinking about it and I'm like, oh shit.
Draft is coming
fucking
up.
Weird. It's just, I don't know.
Which if they move this SmackDown, which it seems like you said it, they're going to, and Randy stays on SmackDown, cool.
Cool. Then they have a faction.
Yep.
Great.
Yeah. But
yep.
We have plenty of time during Raw and SmackDown to shit on all this booking because there is some shit coming.
But you know what? It has to do with this pay-per-view because they're setting it up.
Yes. Right. They didn't normally, Bischoff will say, and a lot of people, and Pritchard will say that like the pay-per-view is the end of something, right? Mm-hmm. So I guess this is the end of Becky and Sasha. And I guess this is the end of Becky, Sasha, and Bayley, right? Nope. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't know.
It's very confusing shit.
Like, I enjoyed the show, but I didn't enjoy...
Where it left us?
Some of the pieces that left me like, I wouldn't have done that.
Well, that and the thing is, back in Eric's heyday when he was booking, it was the pay-per-views were the ends of storylines. Now they're, especially when they're B or C level pay-per-views, they're continuations.
Right, and if they were like the beginning of something, it was clear. And that they'll tell you that it doesn't need to be clear and that we're supposed to trust the plan. But here's the thing: in order for me to try and trust the plan, I have to have some kind of investment in it. And when I can't invest in convoluted...
There has to be this thing called continuity.
Yeah, or something. I don't know. Whatever. I guess we could talk about that all day, but this is WWE at its finest, I guess.
All right.
Yep.
On to Monday Night Raw. What were your highs?
Okay. So the first thing was the Firefly Funhouse. Now, what I really liked about it, other than the presentation of the whole thing, was seeing everybody in the crowd like totally in it. Mm-hmm. That's cool. And everyone was just like watching it like, whoa. When they come back to Seth and stuff and they're like, be quiet, Seth. The Fiend's talking almost. Ray's talking. Mr. Rogers is talking, right? So it's really cool to see that. That I really liked a lot. And now I want everyone to pay very close attention to what I'm about to say because it may be the only time that I say it. Fucking Baron Corbin. That match with Chad Gable was one of the best matches WWE has put on all year in 2019. Those two went in. Like, I found myself watching Baron Corbin going, yo, what?
He doesn't suck. Holy shit.
He doesn't suck. I knew he was talented in the ring or whatever, but he was so overshadowed by that terrible character and his pairing with Lacey, and it was just like Vomit City. But by himself, even wearing his stupid outfit, which I still can't stand, he was so goddamn good. And this entire King of the Ring, I actually really liked. I like how it ended up. That match was awesome. Chad Gable, I don't want to say because it's WWE and I'm nervous, but like he really showed out and made some like star-like material. And I don't hate that Baron Corbin won King of the Ring. Oh my God. It hurts to say, but I don't hate it. I actually kind of love it. And that for me, those were my two major highs. can't believe I said that on recording.
So we're gonna loop that back all next week.
What do you think?
Highs were the Firefly Funhouse and how it was like a continual thread all throughout the show, which they haven't done a thread through an entire 3 hours in a really long time. And the fact that I can after that match with Chad Gable, I don't have to be like, I like Baron Corbin's couple of awesome moves, the Deep Six and the End of Days and his corner and run around the ring, but not like the character, because the guy is actually really fucking talented in the ring.
Yep.
Oh, well, it's like Parrot City here. My only true high of this entire night, well, two true highs. Even above the Fiend and the Firefly Funhouse stuff, I am putting the King of Ring final, because this is what I want to see on my television when two people are in the match wrestling. I want to see them. But here's the thing. I think so often we just get matches just to have matches, right?
Yep.
You could tell, even though like these two fucking wanted it. Like wanted it.
There was fucking
and
stakes.
I'm gonna say it too. Like Baron Corbin throughout this whole tournament, I found myself like getting behind him and like being a little bit of a fan of him, and I want to hate myself for that, but I can't, because he as a performer, if he can make me, hell, and if he can make Queen change our minds, holy shit. Like I want to see where this goes, and I think he's the right person. I don't think we've ever had like a true face king, other than maybe Hacksaw Jim Duggan. But he's the right guy. He can take this somewhere. I had a medium high because I dug the AOP package.
Yeah, me too.
It was kind of different. Obviously, we all know most of the time on WWE television, we get people speaking broken English, and they just went all out in
their native tongue.
Arabic, I think. Right. I'm not sure what the hell they speak, but I like that, because it's like, let's be true to ourselves and who we are. They didn't have Drake Maverick with them sitting there. It was two guys admitting that they have not been seen on television for months. Mm-hmm. And this giving their reason why, because they want to fight and people are afraid of them. Hell yeah. I like that. But yeah, this Firefly Funhouse, the ending of the show where Seth is like pissing himself because the Fiend's coming towards him, and then they flash to that like looped ending.
Fire.
Just blew my freaking mind. And I will say that they're all in on that ending.
Yep.
And the reason I say that is because I watched this afternoon Straight Up with Steve Austin, and at the end of the show with Fluffy, that's what ended it. That looped Firefly. It freaked me out. I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, I felt like if they do that at the end of some of their shows throughout, like, they're going to draw people in, like, what the hell? Because I was freaked out. I was like, shit, Bray's here, and he's pissed that I'm watching this and not watching Raw again. Something, I don't know. It freaked me out. So I like that. The rest of the show?
Oof.
Now the bad part of Monday Night Raw. What are the lows?
Okay. Well, let's start with the fucking Street Profits. So, why are they here? We're just narrating. We're narrating Monday Night Raw. We're the hype men, which, okay, but why? It's another wasted opportunity. Call it from NXT. Are they? I don't know what they're doing with them. So whatever. It just really bothers me. The whole thing bothers me. I don't understand it. But the fact that they hosted a gender reveal party for Maria Kanellis, oh my God. Okay, this is giving me like heart palpitations. I was so angry when I watched this whole thing.
Same.
She's like calling out Ricochet as the baby's dad. And then Mike and Ricochet get into it. Obviously Ricochet's like, no. And they have a match. And then fucking Rusev is the baby's dad? And okay, first of all,
Where's Lana?
yeah. No, but yes. First of all, we all know what happens outside of this television show. So, like, this is just fucking bizarre. Why are you picking people that are in committed relationships or married? Why are we pushing this narrative?
Because they think we're stupid.
I'm all for, like, women empowerment, like, you do you, girl, and, like, whatever. But this is, like, too much. This is, like, I can't with this. I was so, like, turned off. Like, nope, I can't. This has got to stop. I'm over it. Please take this off my television. And, like, I wasn't even excited for Rusev to come back because this is what he came back for. And I was like, I don't understand. Why are they doing this? I don't understand. So I wanted to talk to you guys about it because I don't get it. The rest of the show, I really just didn't like anything. And we've already touched on a couple of the things like the tag team stuff and like the what do you call it? The summit, the tag team summit. It just brings in all these questions about what are they doing with their tag team division and just further disappointment from someone who loves tag teams about what they're doing. It's just a disgrace to me. But this Maria Kanellis thing really got me. Like, I was, like, in my feelings, feeling some type of way. I was not happy with this whole thing. So what the fuck? What the fuck? Was I the only one that was sitting there like, what? I don't understand.
This is why, if you guys remember probably for the last 2 months, I've been angry with this Maria and Mike bullshit, because this is where it was all fucking leading. It was leading to the male beta cuck bullshit that came out of Corey's mouth on Monday. This is where it was leading from the fucking start. That's my low, and before I go on a profanity-laced tirade, I'm going to stop right there. But that's why I was pissed a few episodes ago.
Pops, do you understand what they're doing with this here? What is your perspective about it? Because for me, I just was like so confused. I didn't understand why they were doing it, and why of all people are you picking Ricochet to put in this nonsense?
Here's my thought process on it. Next week, Rusev won't be the dad. It'll be someone else.
Well, sure, they're going to keep changing it, right?
Right. So here's the thing. So who are we empowering? Because doesn't that make her look like a hoe in the process?
Yep.
I mean, everybody's allowed to make their own decisions, but it's not painting her in a positive light in society. Okay. You're correct.
Sorry.
No, you're true. No, you're true.
We're in 2019. We're in 2019. I need to approach things differently so that hoes don't get offended. You know.
I'm not trying to defend anybody. I'm just saying everybody makes their own choices. They still have to pay the consequences.
Yep.
Right. 100%. I'm with you. Thank you for that. Let me first, before we go there, I want to love tag team wrestling. I'm very happy with who they have for their champions, but then they have one guy beat up all four guys. It's just fuck off. All right. So then, this gender reveal party, it ruined like everything for me going forward. I didn't care for it. I don't think I'm intelligent enough to come up with even some kind of the word of the day is convoluted, so I'm going to say convoluted again. I don't think I'm intelligent enough to come with a convoluted idea as to why this is going to somehow work out. I think that Mike Kanellis, and I'm just gonna say this. I think that Mike Kanellis is a pretty badass wrestler. I think that he is a very, very, very good professional wrestler. And okay, we all know happy wife, happy life. We all know this and that and the other thing. But this is an extreme. This is like he looked at Rusev and was like, I don't want to fight you. Congratulations. Like, what? What?
I didn't like that.
What? That doesn't even make sense. Because I'm telling you, if my wife comes at me and she's like, X is the baby daddy, I'm whooping dude's ass. And then when she comes out and says, YZ are baby daddies, I'm beating their ass. Even if I get my ass whooped in the process, they're going to know that they were in a fight, right? I'm not going to say, congratulations. I mean, I might after I'm done whooping ass, but not before I do. And you're right. Rusev coming back for this, really? Like he
cool.
looks
Ripped.
ready. He looks ripped, and he looks ready to take over the heavyweight division. And this is where he's at.
It's disgraceful.
Yay.
Also, this is all like, oh, we're trying to be edgy, but we're still for the kids, but we're not. What kind of message is this sending to both boys and girls, by the way? Not a good one.
Edgy.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, they're like, oh, we're
I know
going
what
to
you mean.
we're going to push the envelope a little bit. We're not just going to be PG anymore. Well, fuck you. This is wrong.
Yep.
I don't like it.
Right.
This is just not a good. It's not a good message. There's ways to do female empowerment without doing this kind of thing. It brings a very negative view in general, I think, and I feel like this segment it's just not necessary to have two or one match based off of this with Ricochet, who was just your United States champion, by the way, and Rusev, who's been gone. And you bring him back, and you put him in this garbage. And you're also putting Maria and Mike in this garbage, by the way. So, I don't understand what they're trying to accomplish here. Even if you could try to, push out to the future and see how this may work out, I don't see the end, quote-unquote, justifying the means. You know what I'm saying? I don't see how any payoff is going to be oh, all's forgiven. It's cool. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get to a story and you're like, that was fucking bullshit the whole time, but okay, the ending, I can see where they were going and maybe it makes a little more sense. I got nothing for you. And we've spent a lot of time on it, but it's very important because it's just not a positive thing. And to have that on your TV show.
That's supposedly for kids?
Well, supposedly. I don't know what they're trying to do. I think it's they have a lot of irons in the fire, and some of them are they're just burning the metal.
But yeah, I genuinely think that the whole payoff was that one-liner from Corey.
I think that was his payoff.
No, but I think that was Vince McMahon's payoff as well. But that's just my opinion.
Here's the thing. Okay, great. We can blame Vince all we want, but if the rumors are true, Vince wasn't even at tapings
then I don't know.
on either show. So, and neither was Kevin Dunn, supposedly. And you know what? If they weren't, stay gone.
Right.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, fine.
Because
then whoever approved the script, that was their payoff and bullshit.
100%. I have two little things, and then I want to talk to you guys about something. When I see Dana Brooke, I see somebody that they can build the division around. I don't see her as a whipping girl for fucking Lacey Evans. I'm just going to leave it at that. Because that made me angrier than just about everything else but the stupid Canella situation. Makes me angry. The other low is Rollins has way too much going on. I get he's the champ, but he's in a storyline with 900 different people right now. I don't get it. So that going, I want to talk about the women's tag team match a little bit.
Okay.
I saw something on Twitter today. I thought it when I saw it, but I didn't really put much mind into it. But anyway, saw somebody on Twitter say, "Hey, how can Sasha say that she would never legitimately go out and try to hurt somebody when she was talking about the Paige situation on her Chronicle?" Okay, but she clearly swung and missed Alexa on the corner and kicked her in the gut. Just straight up kicked her in the gut. And to me, that's cheap. I don't know if I'm reading too far into it, but watching it over and over and over and over again, I'm like, I know that they don't like each other, but to me, that was just a little too cheap for me. Kind of soured me on Sasha, if that's the case, because it looks like Alexa might be hurt again. So, I don't know. I don't know if you guys saw that, what you thought about it.
I didn't
think about it.
I didn't see it. I'll have to go back, but I didn't perceive it at that. But I also wasn't looking as closely as you were, so maybe I'll have to go back and look at it again.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
And then
I
other
saw
notes,
like the spot, but I didn't see it was like that, I guess.
Yeah. The other thing is like Becky Lynch cannot swing a chair.
No.
What the hell was that all about?
I don't think they should just have chairs in general.
Right. And then my other problem that I had, like, I just had problems with a lot of stuff. Like, if you're going to send Charlotte Flair out to kick somebody in the face, can we put her in some different shoes? She damn near killed herself running out in the shoes that she ran out in.
Yep.
I just don't get it. Like, there's nobody's thinking in the back, I guess. I don't know. It's just
a shit show. It feels like they don't care, and that makes me not care.
Yeah, so
I don't want to watch if you're going to be careless and you're going to be stupid. I don't want to watch that.
I'm going to, if I may, now Mort's going to ask us how we're going to fix it. I'm just going to say for myself, I don't fucking know. The only way you fix a lot of this shit is just don't fucking do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it is don't fucking do it. And I would say, for our complaints about, a lot of it's continuity, which we talk about a lot on this show. A lot of it is sticking to what you say you're going to do. That goes a long way. A lot of it, I think, too, is if you're going to have the wild card rule, you either need to do it or don't do it. You can't kind of have this like in the middle thing. I think you need to pick a side with that. Having champions from other shows winning the other show's championship, I just think is weird. But if you're going to do that, it needs to make sense. And right now it just doesn't. So their tag team division is a disaster. And I don't even know how you fix that because you have to have somebody who likes tag team wrestling and we don't. So I don't really know. I don't really know how to fix it other than, they're tag teams and we have some very talented people in there. Just let them do their thing. We don't need Joe Schmo from Delaware's local guy to come in and do jobbing for the Viking Raiders 19,000 times like we've had over the weeks, right? Now they're in a thing with Cedric and like whatever, at least they're doing it. But it's all like weird partnerships and things that don't make sense. And I said it before, I just truly feel like they're coasting until they make the actual split. Mm-hmm. And then they could be like, okay, so now we're done.
All that didn't matter.
Dedicate our time. Right. And we're going to make it better. But like, are you really?
They told us that before. They told us that last year.
They told us that lots of things. And it's just not, for me, it's continuity, commitment, and you know what I can't stand either? I can't stand that Bayley laughs through her heel promos. I can't stand, that's like little stuff that pisses me off. If you're going to give me sports entertainment, then make the entertainment sound good. Mm-hmm. Teach these people, give them some acting classes. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You're a television show. It's a lot about performance and acting and selling your story. And a lot of people can do that. It's just me. It just bothers me. I hate that.
And think about this. Last week, we all were praising the four of them for putting on one of the best tag team matches we've seen in a long time. Mm-hmm. The four of them. And then fast forward, and nobody can get their shit together.
And why is that?
Right. And then the other thing, too, I'm going to add to that. If they are really coasting to get to the split, they could have kept Sasha off for 3 more weeks.
Sure, they could have, and had her come on for the show.
Yeah. Well, not even for that, but they could have had her to just start that, ignite that fire feud on Raw.
Sure.
Yeah.
And let it go for the rest of the year. Like, I just feel like they just, I don't know. I just feel like they gave
stupid
up
decisions.
Yeah, anyway.
It's tiring.
Yes.
Like you guys have both have already said, obviously there's a bunch of stupid shit that they just flat out shouldn't be doing, so there's no sense in actually rebooking that. But at least to me, and that's very well may be the way it is in the back, but we don't know that because we're not there. They need to have a set of writers for the quote-unquote singles wrestlers and another set that's completely separate for the tag team wrestlers, and don't commingle them unless there's a very, very good reason to do so. and maybe we would have more logical storylines.
I don't want to ever say anybody isn't talented, because I believe if you're put in a position, that any position in the world that you're in, it's because you have some type of talent, not just because they need an ass in a seat. But I've always laughed when I hear like, oh, WWE's hiring writers, and not that I say I'd be a good writer, but I always check to see, like, oh, hey, they are. But I don't have 77 freaking degrees. I'm not walking out of college $8 million in debt, so I can't get hired there. It's just stupid. Like, these...
And we don't have any...
Are they even...
Hollywood.
Bring back Freddie Prinze Jr. Like, I mean, at least he was a fan.
Right.
I don't think these people are fans. I don't think that these people even understand the characters that they are writing for.
They don't.
If you... Like, thank goodness that it's been said that Bray's writing his own shit, because if he wasn't, holy Jesus. Can you imagine? This would have been this would have been a cartoon. You know, I want better. I'm not even trying to be selfish. I don't want better for me. I want better for the people that I enjoy watching on my television every week. With that, I mean, that being said, I guess everybody wants something, right?
Hey everyone, it's your girl, the Queen of NE here, and I'm so excited to tell you that I have my own show, Queen's Court, over on Brainbuster Radio, a listener, interactive, and collaborative program in which I'll get to share my thoughts, opinions, bring you discussions with some really awesome folks, and turn you on to something that you may not have thought before from a different perspective. You'll also get to hold court with Queen, in which you can send me questions on Twitter or to my email, and we'll discuss what you want to talk about. So please find me at The Queen of NE on Twitter and at Brainbuster Radio on all major platforms, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Podbean, we're everywhere. And I can't wait to see you there.
All right, on to the highs of Smackdown. Kevin Owens.
Cool. Super. Love Kevin Owens. Tired of seeing Shane McMahon.
Rehash.
Yep.
It's the same fucking shit. And KO's great, but I'm hearing he's going to NXT, and boy, go take it over, honey, because I can't. Get away from this shit, because it's killing me. Because every time I see Kevin Owens, I'm like, oh, Shane's not far behind. You know? I don't want to have that association. It's Kevin fucking Owens. I don't want that. I'm supposed to start with highs, but that didn't work out. Yeah, I actually thought the coronation of Baron was cool. I liked how everything went with Gable. It kind of shows that he's going to be, you know, it wasn't just like a push and then forget kind of thing. Supposedly, right? Knock on wood for him. Hope that works. I thought the New Day versus FTRKO. Yeah, that'll work, right? FTRKO. Yeah, cool. I actually thought that was pretty decent. I kind of enjoyed it. I even enjoyed Randy. So that I kind of thought was cool. Daniel Bryan's great on the mic. That's not a surprise. I think that's all my notes for the good stuff.
For me, I really enjoyed the Kevin Owens end of the exchange between KO and Shane McMahon. But other than that, I really can't say I enjoyed much of SmackDown.
Yep.
Okay.
Pops.
I'm trying to think here. I didn't hate Lesnar coming out and challenging for the title. Probably more so because I was expecting that to happen at some point, that I don't hate it. But it's not a high. I guess I just didn't hate it. The coronation was cool. The KO shit we've seen like 100 times in the last 10 years. Sasha stopping Charlotte from winning was kind of a cool heel move. I mean, I'm like really trying to stretch here, But then if I'm being perfectly honest with my friends and with the people that might be listening to the show, after what happened after that match, I didn't even finish the show. I was like, I can't. I'm sorry. So if I missed a good Daniel Bryan promo, I'm really sorry. But
don't be sorry.
I'll get over it.
You will, yeah.
Because they've fucked him up too.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Anyway.
Everything's fucked up. Everything's fucked up with that. I only said it as good because he's Daniel Bryan, and that's, he's just good on the mic no matter what happens, but they're not doing him any favors whatsoever. I'm trying to stretch like you to include something positive. It's very hard. Smackdown is very hard to watch. It makes me hate watching WWE programming because it's just it's a whole mess, honey. A whole mess.
And it's just so sad.
But just think.
Because 6 months ago, we were saying the reverse about Raw and SmackDown. It's like
unbelievable.
Every 6 months they have to fucking flip-flop. Raw will suck, SmackDown will be good, or SmackDown will suck ass, and Raw will be good. Why can't we have two good-ass fucking shows?
Those are everywhere.
I have a question. What if they're really, really sucking on purpose so that their first show on Fox, people are going to tune in just to see how bad it's going to suck, and it's going to just blow everybody out of the water?
Because you shouldn't be sucking to lose fans.
Oh, I know. I'm just trying to stretch here. I'm trying.
Look, this fall is going to be a whole mess for WWE, for SmackDown anyway, if they don't get it together.
Yep.
I do have one more high. I have one more high for this SmackDown.
Was it that it was over?
I only have one more, two more maybe left to talk about before we just don't report on it. Quote unquote report on it. So that's a good thing, right? That's a high.
So it was that it's over. That's great.
We aren't reporters. I don't claim to be one.
No.
Just hashtag fuck Brad Shepard. So.
Who?
All right. And the lows of SmackDown?
Yeah, fucking all of it.
How about we start with minute 14 and go all the way to minute 120.
Yeah.
Keep it going. All the way. Also, crowd couldn't care less. No. Oh, that always brings it even way worse than it is. When there's just everyone's like crickets. Oh, God, it's painful. It's painful.
I have one major low.
Go ahead.
Do you have a major low that you want to talk about, or we just...
No, go ahead. Skip it. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Ali taking a squash match against Nakamura was just fucking ridiculous.
Yep.
How come they can pull up jobbers for everybody else, but they can't get a jobber for Naka just to beat up so that Sami Zayn can scream Kinshasa or whatever? What the fuck?
They did it before.
Great. Why do they have to do it against Ali, who's your freaking future on SmackDown? And the fact is that if rumors are true, Vince and Eric know that he's the future of SmackDown, so why are we just doing this type of stuff to him?
And why does he cut these really cool promos to have this be the end result?
Suck.
Because we've got to bury him 6 feet under and then build him up. That's their mentality, and it sucks.
Which
blah, blah,
it's not a bad process, but
keep them at ground level before you build them up. Don't fucking shovel 6 feet of fucking dirt on them before you dig them back up and shoot them to the fucking moon.
How do we fix it, guys?
Hashtag continuity. Hashtag no more WWE fuckery.
Hashtag get Brock to get rid of the 2000 spiked hair and the weird facial hair. I was very confused. I was like, am I in a boy band music video? What is happening? It almost had frosted tips in the front. I was very confused by this whole situation. It threw me off. I was like, and the other thing that throws me off about fucking Brock Lesnar, you couldn't beat Seth Rollins, so now you're just like, all right, fuck that guy. So I'm going to go over to Kofi. Fuck you. I just can't. It's whatever. I mean, it'll be okay, I'm sure, but it just was kind of funny that he's like, oh, the red one? Nah, I'm going to go back for the other. It's funny to me.
What would really be funny if it is... no, never mind. I'm not even going to put that out into the world. Never mind.
Good idea. Whatever it was. How do we fix it? I don't know. Fuck SmackDown.
I have an idea with this Brock and Kofi situation. Why can't the champ just lay out Brock the first time he shows up? Why does the champ always have to take an F5 every week for 6 weeks before he loses his title? Why can't the champ just lay his ass out?
Because he's Brock Lesnar, and that's not allowed. Even though he lost his death twice.
Yeah, and once in like...
Seth Rollins.
Didn't Seth beat him at Mania in like 30 seconds?
Yeah.
With one stop?
Yep.
No.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It was 3.
3?
Yep.
Well, it took 4 to beat Braun, so...
4 and some other fuckery. Yep.
Okay, and then my other low, because it made no sense to me, that I don't know how to fix it, is like Carmella.
Yeah, that was weird, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm Bailey's real friend. Okay. Since fucking when?
You've been tagging with Truth for 4 months now?
Exactly. That's your friend. So weird.
Yeah, I guess how we fix it is, well, here we go. I'll fix it for you. Have Kofi lay out Brock. Cut out this Michael Cole interview with Eric Rowan because nobody understands or cares what he was saying. At least have Ali be competitive if he's going to lose. Don't have KO sue the company for $25 million because that's not even something that anybody is going to come close to believing. Let's see. Have somebody make a save that would make sense. That would be good. Don't leave it. Like, it's okay to have a question mark, like, huh. But not like, huh? You know what I mean? 2 different things. And then I didn't watch the rest of the show, so whatever. I don't know. Maybe give Daniel Bryan a fucking match instead of a microphone. That would be great.
I'm wondering if he's hurt, and that's why he's been off for a long time.
Did we even see Harper on Tuesday? I don't think we did.
No, just on Monday. Which, again, makes no sense.
We didn't see Harper on Monday.
Then we saw him on Tuesday, but not Monday, right? It's reversed.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But that's how memorable his comeback to Tuesday was. I couldn't even remember.
Okay.
And you guys know, I love Harper. I couldn't fucking remember him being on my show on Tuesday.
Which takes us all the way back to Sunday and having it be special and then booking it not so on Tuesday was a waste of that spot.
Yep.
So.
There it is.
I don't know, guys.
I'm over it, dude.
Same.
Over it. Ready to watch NXT. I'm ready to watch AEW. I'm over it, man. I can't stand this trash anymore. Smackdown trash. It's got to go.
This week, I literally, if we wouldn't have had like a clash that I enjoyed at least more than normal, I really was thinking about calling you guys and saying, hey, like, let's just hang it up. Because I can't talk about this crap anymore because it's depressing, and I don't want to be that guy that shits on everything. I want to be that guy that puts people up on a pedestal because these guys are doing shit that I can't do, and I appreciate what they do, but the people above them need to do better for them.
Yep.
So. I'd like to do constructive criticism instead of having to be just down on everything all the fucking time. There's always going to be things we don't like. There's always going to be things that we're not cool with. That doesn't mean you can't still have a good program.
Right.
But right now, there's nothing. I don't want to talk about it. I just don't. So I feel you on that.
But I just wanted to let everybody know that I am not complaining about the superstars. I'm just complaining about the position that the superstars being put in. I think that it could be a little bit better for them. But I also don't own $1 billion company, and I don't know how long he's going to own that company. This isn't going to do it.
This ain't it, bro. This ain't it.
This has been your episode of DYWTSB. Talk to you all next week.